Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today, amongst other things, we're going to be painting or staining, or I don't know what you'd want to call it, whitewashing maybe, the wood in the garden. Don't worry, we're not going to make you watch us paint for hours on end. We have other jobs as well, so let's get going. For this wall, we're not going to paint it. We're going to kind of, I suppose what would have been whitewash or chalk lime wash. But we've gone for this Liberon product. It's for pieces of furniture. But the key is that we're going to see all of these grains come through. And because it's green, we've had to choose a certain colour. Somebody might have had a sneaky peek at the top of the lid, or go back and watch that bit again. But I'm not going to tell you colour, and we're gonna just start painting, and you can all comment whether you like the colour or not. But then,
hopefully they will.
Yeah, but then by the end, you can comment again then and say whether it looks better or not than you thought, or worse than you thought. Enough talking. We're going to get on, and you know what we're going to do, Anna?
What we're going to do, Ed?
Oh, I sprung that one on you. We're doing a time lapse, which means I'm doing these little lines here with this paintbrush. As soon as I get a little bit on, you're coming along with the roller and rollering. Okay,
but then we're doing something else as well. But that's going to be after.
Different colour on the ceiling.
Yes, which I think is actually nice.
Yeah, we've gone for colours that we think go with everything here. Yeah. We took a long time in the shop to do it, but let's get it on.
We did.
If it doesn't look good once it's on, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We might have to paint it. Let's see.
What happened there? Did you just get told off? Tell everyone the truth.
Everyone was so excited then, they thought I wasn't going to talk for a while. Yeah, no, Anna just told me off for not having a proper machine to mix the paint, but I said, I know a lot of professional painters that just shake it.
Okay, I was just thinking of a stick.
Yeah, but if it's not open, it doesn't matter, does it?
I know. No, each to their own. We all have our own techniques.
Well, it's not the kind of paint that's going to go all bubbly on us, is it?
Will it? Won't it?
We'll see.
Okay. You're gonna start, or do I have to start at the same time?
No, I have to start first.
Okay, I'm eager. I have a zoom on the colour. I like it. It was your choice.
Was my choice.
Let me zoom in on your face there.
Let's see how it goes. I don't even know what it's going to look like on the wood. I presume you're not meant to put a lot on, yeah? I'm not the best painter. Do not step on the lid. I'll have to move it after.
I won't. Well, I'll try not to. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
So it's not too I know people are going to say, what are you doing? It's not too dissimilar from the colour that's already there.
But we wanted earthy tones.
Yeah.
And we wanted it to blend in.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if the colour that's already there is just too strong. I think it is. I think it's going to come good after.
The more we see, the more it's going to get better?
Yeah. Let's see.
I think it's looking good.
Might just be €100 down the drain.
Wow. I don't want to... You know what the best thing about being your wife is?
What?
Telling you I told you so.
Right, well I told you so. Get that down. We're going to get doing a time lapse. I'm hoping that by the time it dries, it's going to darken off a little bit. Not a huge amount, just a little bit. How's it going, Anna?
I think it's going really well. I think it's looking really good as well.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Always good news first.
Good news is we've done a full coat, haven't we?
Yes.
And it does look really good.
It does. I think it's looking good, yes.
You know what the bad news is?
No.
On camera it looks exactly the same.
I think it's drying. Don't...
If you look at it, it looks exactly the same. But we're going to do 2 coats, aren't we?
Yes. And if it does...
Roll the next time lapse! No, not really.
No,
we're going to let this dry and we're going to move on to something else, aren't we? And then we're going to come back once this is dried. We're going to do another coat and then show you what it looks like with 2 coats, because it just looks like it's a little bit wet.
Sounds good.
But I'm happy with the colour. If I can explain, it's like a silvery khaki colour, and it goes on a little bit more silvery than if you can see there. It just looks shiny. What a shame. Okay, well, we'll see.
What a shame. You mean you chose the wrong colour?
Yeah. Well, no, it does look good. It looks good. But we're going to give it another coat because you just can't see anything on camera. I think it needs another coat anyway, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
We like the colour anyway.
We do.
Just read the tin. It says 1 hour for drying 1 hour for drying completely. So we're going to go just do a little bit of work upstairs, come back down, do another coat and show you that. I'm up in the 3rd bedroom, getting onto a job that Louis started months and months ago, and I've just left it. And today's the day that we get it finished. But he set me up here, set me up to fail.
Why?
Well, I mean, you could probably get away with it, but if we're following the letter of the law, which a lot of people don't do with regards to electricity, especially in this area, people will put cables in and then put joint on. Problem is, if by any chance you screw into the cable or you need to change it for whatever reason, you can't. You have to go back and break everything and start again. And I think that's why the law is what it is. But basically, you have to put any cables that are in a solid material into trunking.
Okay.
And so
you mean Louis hadn't put the trunking on?
I didn't ask him to be fair, so it's not his fault.
No. Plus you live and learn.
No, if I'd have asked him to and he hadn't, that's another story. It's only a little bit, but you know what? It's worth doing. You never know, when I try and pass the consuel, got priors with them, haven't I?
You do it.
When I try and pass the consuel, you know, you could take a plug apart and check and say, well, actually, that's not in the... I don't like that. I'm going to use some of this, and then, unfortunately...
What is that? Is that a different one?
It's slightly larger, because that was too tight. And unfortunately, I'm going to lose a bit of cable, because I've not got any empty. This is pre-cabled conduit.
Oh, so you could have put that from the start to make your job easier, you mean?
I will be using this in a minute. So we'll cut those cables, because I've got to get from there to there, so I'm going to use another piece there. But this will just nicely just give a bit of play, so that if somebody does need to change it, it's easy to change.
Well, that's just for the wall part.
Yep, not for... See, that needs coming out a little bit more. I'm going to have to get a little chisel in. I think we're good to about there. It's just this little section here that needs a little bit chiseled more. And then, so long as we can get there, we're good.
Okay.
Let me grab a chisel quickly. Please don't have a go at me. I'm not a craftsman. I am a craftsman. And yes, this is a wood chisel. This sandstone is really soft, and it's very old wood chisel. It's already been used and bent. So.
Okay, well, will it do the job? That's the question.
It will, but I didn't have time to find a proper chisel.
Well, as long as it does the job, that's all that matters. The rest, we don't really care.
Actually, it's probably a bit more precise. See?
Look at that. You're carving stone now. Look at the artist.
Not wearing glasses either. Let's see. I think that there. Just needs a little bit more out there. Oh yeah. I don't mind where the joint is. Giving it a nice big space because we can put the joint back in. There we go. So this box is going to hold the plug in place, plug socket, sorry, and these screws here have to be horizontal or as close to as you can get it. But if I do that, the cable has to come in on a right angle, which means that I have to cut a load more stone out. Louis has been here before me and maybe chopped at that anyway, so I'm just going to cut right into this so my cable can get in there nice and neatly. Just making myself a line first.
Look at that newfound talent.
Yeah. I think that
should do it.
I was going to say it's perfect, but
I
listen to you.
I don't know. I don't know if it's perfect.
Okay.
I'm joking. We'll see if it's perfect, if it actually does fit.
Okay. When I'm putting these in, I glue them in. And it's with a resin, so I have to do everything I'm doing at the same time. Sorry, am I keeping you awake, Anna?
I was just yawning, Ed.
But yeah, so I'm going to do this one and the other one at the same time. And then...
the other one, there it is.
And then we can deal with getting the conduit in after. There is a bit of a problem with this one.
Why?
Because I still have to get this as level as possible, which means I have to chip away at the stone, which I don't like doing, but... That's the joint. That will do me. That's level. Could just do with a tiny bit extra off. You know why I don't like attacking the stone is because we're renovating now, but in 50 years' time, 100 years' time, my shoddy work's probably going to be renovated again. So.
Yeah, but at least they can still come and watch the vlog and say, no, he didn't. Oh, and then maybe they'll say, oh, well done, I like what you've done. You can always fill in stone anyway, so it doesn't matter. How is it?
Not great.
I think you've been very picky with your work. I think it's great.
Nope. Take a right lump still. Okay, we're good. Right, let's get some water, clean this up, and we'll glue them in place, then get going on the conduits.
Okay.
Trusty bottle of crystalline, well, tap water.
Thank you, there we go.
With the holes in the end.
Yeah, but it's a clever way of doing it.
I know, there's probably things especially for it, but I don't really care.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't be MacGyver if you had the right tools.
Yeah. Okay, so that is bone dry, so that's going straight in. Let's get the old resin going.
So you're clipping the top where it's dried off, okay.
No, it's a little metal clip that stops it mixing.
Oh, well, you live and learn. And I say that for myself.
Okay, so it's really important that these are really well stuck. This is why I'm being so kind of over the top with it. Because if you're pulling on a plug with something, if the back box comes out, you're in trouble. Now you know why I've got this polythene on the floor.
Because of all the crap that can fall.
Oh. So, the nice thing with these plasterboard back boxes is that the resin can get into places where normally you'd be using to hold it against the back box. So it's kind of like a really good hold on that. I'm really happy with that. Let's move on to the next one.
Go on, I'm waiting for the commentary.
It's just, you know, how I do it, that's all. As per usual. I'm happy with that. That is now completely useless, hence why...
Unless if we use it in the next 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Which we won't.
That goes on there, stops it drying out. They're not mixed though, so that's good. Okay, so got a little bit of a 5-10 minute waiting game. You've got a telephone call to make.
I do.
By the magic of YouTube, 5-10 minutes is 1 second. Okay, let's get going. Just for a little bit of extra support, I'm gonna pop in a screw right into that wall. I know these are plasterboard screws, but I know for a fact that they work really well in this stone. That's good enough for that one. Let's move on to this one. There we go, that's done. Do you remember how quick it dried in summer outside, this Célément chimique, the resin?
I do remember it was really fast.
Still not dry, it's taking ages. And I don't want to wiggle it around because it'll weaken it off. So we're going to let that fully dry, both of those. We're going to nip back down quickly, do a little bit more painting. Maybe catch a little bit of the cutting in up top. Maybe not a time lapse this time.
No.
Okay. Come on, Anna, keep up. So we're onto the ceiling now. It's called broom, this colour.
Which means like what you get like in the morning?
Oh, like fog.
I think so. Like for me that's
mist.
Well, not some kind of like some kind of.
Okay, so I'm not the best at the finishing touches, so I'm just going to do the cutting in and the rollering, and you're going to come back and do the proper cutting in as such.
Yes.
This is making a lot more of an impact on the wood.
I think I can see the difference with that one.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a neck ache of a job. A mosquito attacking me.
Oh. That poor mosquito.
Trying to suck my blood, Anna.
Trying to have a drink of wine, I was going to say, but sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't. I'll be the one laughing, won't I?
Yes.
So, I think we've seen enough painting and cutting in, and you've seen the colour. I'll tell you what I'll do. Hold on.
You're going to use the roller to do a little bit of that. Oh yes, yes.
There we go.
That is really nice. I mean,
it's
not that I
white.
don't like the one behind, it's just...
It needs a bit more on it. That's almost dry as well, to be honest. But let's get going on the ceiling together, and then we'll go back up. Oh, it's landed on me. We'll go back up and finish off upstairs, and then show everyone everything done down here. Second coat over there, and a coat on the ceiling.
Yeah, because I think there's so much we can watch being painted.
Okay, but I think everyone will agree. Put in the comments, is it a good colour that we've gone for? It's not white.
It's like a whitewash, because we did do a little survey with our amazing patrons, and they all said whitewash for the ceiling, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so I mean, let's say it like this, shall we? If you want to have more of an input on the build, you have to become a patron.
Yeah.
Links in the description. I'm only messing, guys. Right, let's get going.
Oh, but that's looking really good.
Come on, Anna, keep up.
I am keeping up. You just go up so fast. That's like I was just trying to get some shots, and then that was it. Oh, okay, just leave it.
That ceiling down there, now it's fully painted, is looking top, isn't it, Anna?
It's looking really good.
But it still needs another coat.
Yes.
Along with the finishing off that second coat on the walls too. So we're not going to show it you until we've finished everything. Let's get this in, because the time to paint that ceiling down there, this is rock solid now. So we're going to get this in, finished off, and then we'll do a bit more painting and then show everyone once it's dry.
Yeah.
That's pretty alright like that, actually. So the idea is conduit until the back box.
Where you did the hole?
Yeah, the conduit has to go right up against that and butt against it. So if you do need to pull new wires through, you use one of the old wires and pull your new wires through. Oh, and if it's not right up against it, it'll snag. I think that's possibly doable like that. I think I'm going to have to cut a little bit of that back box, because otherwise it's going to have to cut the stone.
And you don't want to do that, do
I
you?
don't want to do any more of that, no.
For the next person that's going to come along and renovate your work.
Correct. Okay, that's in. And, you know, possible to send the cables down that conduit. Okay, I'm going to leave that a second. So these little screws...
Oh, we're screwing the cable?
Nope.
Oh, you're fixing it in so it doesn't come out. Okay.
Yeah, because got to do the joint on it after, and it's going to be a nightmare.
Oh, so fair enough. So it's like a cage? No?
It's like a tie.
Yeah.
Ties it in.
Yeah, nice.
So that can all be covered now.
Clever.
So we're going along. Oh. Problem is, this isn't in the bag anymore, so it's getting a bit of a mess. You're going to have to...
And what does that do? Even getting dirty?
No, it gets awkward. You know when you unravel something like a hose? It's
okay. It gets tangled in a bad way.
Yeah. I'm just going to have to cut it a bit longer than I need it, and then trim it up after. Double check, more than enough. This isn't the easiest wall to be doing it on, but this was a position of the old fireplace.
Yes, the red one, no?
No, the little grey one that was a bit of a ugly thing.
Oh. It's actually a very good technique, this.
Don't sound so surprised.
It's not that I haven't seen you do it, I haven't actually filmed you do it. Or paid attention to
Exactly. I was just about to say you didn't pay attention last time I did it.
I was trying to keep some mystery.
What to?
Well, to learning everything that you do.
Actually, Louis done a good job here. It's that tight, it just kind of stays in on its own.
I remember it was hard work. Perfect.
Yeah, now if the consuel comes and he checks on these plugs here, which he generally would if there's not that many plugs in the stone, he's like, just check. At least he won't say, what the hell have you done there? He'll say, bravo, bravo, Edward. Okay, let's
I thought
go.
he was going to ask for your number.
Well, maybe. Doesn't mean he'll get it. Hey, Jason. Right. Let's go downstairs, finish off that painting, and give everyone a nice big reveal to end on.
Sounds good.
There we go, it's all tying in really nicely with the grey doors, khaki on the walls, and the kind of light whitewash of broom on the ceiling. It does need another coat, but unfortunately we have to get back for the kids.
But it is looking good, and we found the name. Well, we found out that broom in English is haze.
Yeah, haze, like kind of hazy morning colour.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and ring that bell. See you all next time.
See you soon.